A quiet afternoon rehearsal, the swell of applause at the curtain call, the familiar hum of cameras clicking. Such was the everyday world of actor Kim Joon-young. Then, in a flash, his name hit trending news feeds, and a scenario he had neither predicted nor prepared for erupted into full public glare. Friends, fans, and industry insiders described the moment as a rupture, the kind of scandal that emerges not from a long-rumored pattern, but from an unexpected event that casts a seemingly stable figure into a swirl of uncertainty. In the weeks following the public allegation that Kim visited adult entertainment venues and could be embroiled in a nightlife controversy, the question pressed: how does the actor respond when his reputation, built through steady craft and a low-controversy profile, collides with sudden speculation? The answer, still unfolding, gives a glimpse into media mechanics, brand fragility, celebrity image management, and the personal toll of living in the spotlight when the story shifts. Still in the hush before cameras, Kim arrived at rehearsal for his latest stage production. The doors opened quietly, assistants ushering him through a side entrance, away from the media throng. Inside the theater, the lights were half on. The scent of old velvet seats, the soft echo of his footsteps up the aisle. He found his mark on stage, script in hand, and set himself into a familiar rhythm. Warm-up voice, stretch, focus. The world outside, the swirl of speculation, the social media spikes, the agency responses, remained elsewhere, muffled for a moment behind the stage curtains. In that rehearsal moment lies a key fragment, the contrast between the actor at work and the actor under scrutiny. For fans of Kim, images like this reaffirm a simple truth: his craft, his discipline, his presence. But for the public, who now sees headlines of nightlife allegations, that same image becomes tinted with uncertainty. Was the man entering rehearsal yesterday also the subject of reports about adult entertainment venue visits? The juxtaposition unsettles. Later that day, the agency's meeting took place. The conference room was cool, minimal corporate. Lawyers, PR strategists, brand managers gathered. Kim sat at the head of the table, his expression unreadable. The discussion turned to two broad tracks: one internal, gather evidence, decide messaging, prepare for possible brand fallout, and one external, issue statement, monitor social media chatter, assess fan sentiment. It was in these quiet behind-the-scenes moments that the real scandal management played out, not in the viral posts, but in the spreadsheets, risk assessment matrices, and contingency plans. A few hours later, outside the building, phone cameras clicked. Reporters asked Kim to comment. He passed through a glass lobby, maintained his gaze forward. No answer to the shouted question, any truth to the allegations. That silence, in a way, amplified the story. Social media algorithms latched onto his non-response, turning it into inference, speculation. On one fan forum, the thread exploded. Why isn't he speaking? Does silence mean guilt? Or is it strategy? The absence of disproof became almost as meaningful as proof. Meanwhile, the fans moved. Overnight, fan pages published vintage photos of Kim in earlier roles, him under the spotlight, mid-performance, hair slicked back, mantra-like focus evident in his eyes. Comments poured in. "We believe you. Your art speaks louder than rumors. Don't let them take you down." Some fans even scheduled a small informal gathering outside the theater. A silent prayer, flowers, a banner reading, "Stay strong, our star." The public gesture moment carried weight, not just as fandom support, but as reputational architecture. Visible faith in Kim, a counterbalance to the negative narrative. On the brand side, an ad campaign that featured Kim was put on ice. A luxury watch brand, which had scheduled a photo shoot with him next week, quietly postponed the shoot pending further review. An executive in the room admitted, "We can't publicly explain why. It's internal risk management." But when stories like this hit, even unproven, the ripple is immediate. For Kim, it was a double-edged sword. The craft continues, rehearsal still happens, but the momentum of brand deals, casting offers, and public goodwill hangs in the balance. Meanwhile, one scene captured on escalator CCTV became unexpectedly significant. Kim, in a dark overcoat, steps onto the studio escalator, glance sideways. A flash of camera from a fan's phone. A moment later, the image circulates. Kim enters late-night venue? The caption claims. There's no verified confirmation, only a blurry frame, a timestamp, a location tag. Yet the image catches on. In the world of reputational risk, the blurry is as dangerous as the clear. It invites interpretation, invites rumor. That evening, the social media tide turned. Hashtags like #StandWithKimJoon-Young and #TruthFirst began to trend modestly. Simultaneously, commentaries appeared. What we don't know will hurt more than what we do know. Media outlets published analysis pieces. They reminded readers that in Korean entertainment, an actor's image is as crucial as their skill. Any violation of the expected clean image threshold invites amplified backlash. One journalist wrote, "For an actor whose public persona has thus far been unblemished, the speed and breadth of these allegations carry an outsized risk." Back in rehearsal on the following morning, Kim entered the theater before anyone else. Lights were off, stage empty. He walked to center stage, placed the script on a music stand, then sat in a chair at the edge of the stage, looking into the darkened house. The audience seats empty, just him and an echo of possibility. He rehearsed a monologue, voice soft at first, then rising. The room held the sound. Later, when other team members arrived, they found Kim still running the lines, unaffected outwardly by the outside world's noise. In that moment, there was a metaphor, the actor in his element, the work unchanged, and the world outside, uncertain, shifting. For Kim, that scene may define his next act. If the craft remains steady, the speculation may fade. If the craft wavers, the speculation might become the defining feature. And so we return to the question, how will this chapter be written? Will Kim stand, defined by his performance and his response, or will he be defined by the allegation footprint which, even if brief, now lives in search results, timeline galleries, and fan forums? The rehearsal room offers hope, a sign of commitment, of routine, of identity beyond headlines. The agency meeting, the silent walks, the postponed shoot, they signal risk, uncertainty, the hidden toll of sudden scandal. Ultimately, for Kim Joon-Young, surviving this moment may depend on reclaiming the narrative, not through shadows of rumors, but through light of consistent action. Re-entering brand talks, releasing an official statement, engaging with his fans, performing with renewed vigor, all may matter. The question now is not only what he did or did not do, but how he will do what comes next. The scene is set, the audience watching.